have now taken on the responsibility of supporting and building a person and eventually an organization in a country very far away from home. You need to know how to do this. Now, to me, all right, as much as I believe in this long distance upline relationship where you chat with the person over the computer or you speak over the phone, it is never as effective as you flying in. So I observe a lot of my leaders around the world, AVPs, VCs, powerful, effective leadership, they travel a lot. All right. Now, firstly, if you're going to open up a new market, let's take, for example, Botswana. All right. You can't just decide to open up the market without a proper plan, a proper budget of how much you're willing to spend to support and sustain that market. So if I'm going to build Botswana, first, I already got somebody signed up in Botswana. All right. Now, I have never believed or never supported this concept that you fly into a country not knowing anyone and walk the streets and network. In the early stages, you got to have a very systematic planning on how to build a global organization. Firstly, if I'm going to build Botswana and I've already signed up 10 people, long distance. Now, these 10 people could be people who just wanted the product. All right, no desire for networking, no desire for financial freedom, said, hey brother, I'm happy with the product, thank you, have a nice day. Now, if you don't have anyone in a country, all right, which is remotely interested or switched on to the concept of networking, please don't waste your resources building that country. To me, I have a simple philosophy. If I'm going to build a country, I want to make sure I already have a handful of people who are at least at the lowest level of leadership quality. That means they have the capability, they have the desire, and they are willing to empty their cup and learn. Now, once I have 5, 6 people in Botswana who are switched on, communicating with me regularly, all right, I get excited. I say, oh my God, this could be my next biggest market. I've heard so many networkers say this, it's not funny. All right, everyone, Pathman, I signed up my uncle in Pakistan, it's going to be my biggest market. Oh, Pathman, I signed up my chat friend in Iceland, it's going to be my biggest market. Guys, this thing becoming a biggest market doesn't happen like a miracle, you know. There is a consistent work ethic, a consistent commitment financially and time-wise to build an international market. It's not just going to happen like that. You don't want it to happen just like that. Why? Because if the network grows too fast, too big, without you implementing systems in the market, that network will collapse. People will do the most unethical things in that market because you don't have controls, you don't have enough education, you don't have CDs from V studios going in, you don't have V events happening there, so they just grow at their own pace with their own networking principles, which may be totally unethical. So, question, everyone asks me, Pathman, I've got 100 signups, I got 200 signups, I got 30 signups. When do I go to that country? Now, I don't care how many signups you have, because all your signups could be biodis buyers who are not interested in networking. They don't even know networking. They just heard a testimony about biodis changing somebody's lives and they said, I want to own this. That doesn't mean I fly into that country. You only fly into that country when you can identify at least 5 to 10 people who are switched on. The network could be 500. But I'll ask you, how many people there are switched on? Then, obviously, the moronic question comes back to me and asking me, Pathman, what is switched on? Switched on means the guy has clearly given you a belief that he wants to do this business. He's in constant communication with you. All right? He has watched all the CDs. He has come to 1 or 2 of our major events in other parts of the world like VCon or ReVCon. All right? He has signed up some people. Preferably, he has earned a check. All right? So you know the guy is switched on. Very important. All right? Just because the guy says, I'm interested, please fly to Botswana tomorrow. You know how much it costs to fly to Botswana? And what if you fly, invest a lot of money, right? And you are taken away from an existing powerful group, which could slow the group down. You go to Botswana, nothing happens, you come back. You lost time, money, no results. So make sure you plan clearly and properly how you go and build an international market. So let's say I have 10 key leaders in Botswana, communicating 8 basic building blocks, switched on, understands the business, understands biodis, got all the V-Studio videos already posted to them as a responsible upline. They're on the website of the V, all right? They're on the website of QuestNet, okay? Very clear. They're switched on, 10 people. I fly. Go to the KLIA airport with my bags, very excited, very switched on to make Botswana my biggest market. Second question, how long do I stay in Botswana? Now this is where everyone makes a mistake. I've heard people fly 8-hour flights and spend 3 days and come back. Total waste of time. I'm telling you, honestly, absolute waste of time. If you're going to go into a new country and spend less than 14 days, don't go. Your commitment will be 14 days. 14 days, you must go to that country. Stay there, be based there, understand the culture. And if I land in Botswana, here's the secret of building an international market or a different country. I realize this, right? Your home country, like Kuala Lumpur, ends up being your comfort zone. Why? This is where you got places to go, things to do, a lot of things to do, right? Okay? And you got home to go back to, you got family, you got your movie house, everything, and your overheads are fixed. That means you pay rent or your house or whatever, you own the house. Now the question is, when you go to Botswana, do you realize, right, that you will wake up earlier in the morning, work harder than you ever work in Kuala Lumpur? Why? Because every second the minute or clock goes, all right, or every minute, every hour, you know it's money spent, hotel, flight costs, your cost of staying there, all right, so you're not going to waste it. So I always observe leaders from a country I've been, their home country, and when they go to an international country, their work ethic is drastically different. That means when they go to an international market, not their comfort zone, they work 100 times harder. They're switched on, appointments from morning till night, trainings, meetings, showing the plan, rule number 3, aggressively. They come back to their hometown, or like in Malaysia, we say kampong, or village, totally switched off. Relax, hold hands with their downlines in locally and sing kumbaya. Do you understand? That's what they do. Alright? Because it's a comfort zone. So I think building an international market requires you to at least go a minimum of 14 days on your first trip. Then comes, what do I do when I go there? Alright? Now most people make this big mistake. They land there and immediately organize a big business presentation. Day 1, present, sign up, present, sign up, present. For 14 days, most probably sign up 200 people and then fly out. I guarantee you that network will collapse. The minute you go in, don't do big presentations on the first, second day. Meet your switched on leaders, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people. Meet them, sit down with them, do TAPS or the Truth Application Program. Alright, something Dato did with my organization, Dato Vijay, so many times. Alright, hammer them. They are your group A, you have to be coach B. Establish a strong level of trespass because they're complete strangers. Alright, make sure they understand clearly that you're there to support, build and sustain them. Alright, and then you land there. I meet my 5, 10 leaders, sit down. Okay, what do you understand? 8 basic building blocks, plop, plop, plop. Can I see your name list? Oh, what's the name list, Mr. Pathman? They haven't watched 8 basic building blocks. So why am I doing big BPs and signing up more people when the core leadership of Botswana or where I'm going has not even done 8 basic building blocks? Guys, wake up and smell the coffee. Right? So I'm going to say, let's do a name list right now. I go back to the most fundamental requirements of network marketing. I basically do a 14-day crash course on making them great leaders. 14 days, or 21 days, or 30 days, up to me how long I can afford to stay out of my country. Alright? So once I've spent 4 or 5 days with the key leaders, the switched on leaders, my group A of that country, then I'm ready to meet the second line of leadership in a training. Small, 40, 50 people. 8 basic building blocks. Once again, do you understand the plan? Do you understand 33250? Do you understand what this product does? All right, I do a basic fundamental presentation. Once again, refresh your memory, strengthen. Do you know how big QuestNet is? All right, be confident about QuestNet, all of that stuff. Then, finally, maybe the last 5 days, I do BPs, business presentations. By then, my core group of this 10 people, 5 people, or 15 people, my switched on core team is ready to support, educate, and sustain whatever sign-ups come in the last 5 days of presentations. So don't be hungry for sign-ups and just go in and push sign-ups without strengthening your leadership base. So the leaders is the key for you sustaining an international market. Nothing else matters. All right? It's easy to go and sign up 200 people, but when you leave the country, I guarantee it will collapse. Sign-ups will stop, everything will slow down. Trust me, I've done this for 10 years. I've made that mistake and I don't want you to repeat the same mistake. Now, before you leave, you will call another leaders meeting with the people who are switched on, well educated, understand doing Rule 3. And you will give them a commitment and take from them a commitment on how we are going to communicate long distance. Right? Email, daily. MSN chat, daily. Alright? SMS if they don't have access to email, daily. Every 3 days, conference call. That means they get everyone together. Alright? Open a speakerphone. You are in Malaysia, you are talking to them. Use invoice, it's cheaper. Are you guys with me? Alright? If you are, nod your head. Okay? And that must be a strict discipline. Non-negotiable. Because I see a lot of leaders make this mistake. They go to a country, they sign up 50 people, they leave. No system in place of communication. No system of sustaining that organization. Slowly the energy will drop because you cannot expect the local guy, the brand new guy, to have your level of passion, alright, knowledge and switch-onness, if there's such a word, switch-onness. Are you guys with me? Alright, that's crucial. Then comes the next question. Alright, I've got identified my 5-6 leaders. I have a system of maintaining my communication, daily SMS, email, every 3 days conference calls. I ship them every new CD which V Studios creates. Right, so they continue a supply of new CDs for distribution. Alright, they may have a system of events which you have created. System, not random. That means once every 2 weeks they do their own BP, because the 5 guys you have identified can present effectively. And you are monitoring this long distance. You are in HQ, alright, monitoring it, giving them full access to websites, your personal website, the V website, QuestNet website. Are you guys with me? Then the question comes, when do you go back? When do you go back to that country? My advice, if you're serious about developing and building a country outside your own country, your overseas market, an international market, you cannot leave that market alone for more than 30 days. I guarantee you, in 30 days, they start to lose energy. Even with the con call and email and SMS, they slowly get distracted by their day-to-day activities. They get distracted by their local politics. They get distracted by the Olympic Games. They get distracted by their mother-in-laws or their new girlfriend or whatever. They just get distracted. And at the end of 30 days, you may lose your whole network you have built. So you need to go in minimum. That market must not be left alone for more than 30 days. This, non-negotiable. So when people tell me I'm going to build an international market, I ask the question, which I'm asking you. If you are planning to network with QuestNet internationally, are you prepared, alright, to travel every 30 days to that market? Not you alone, your uplines, your organization, whichever organization you belong to, alright, you fly in. Now if you are lucky, and if you are building an international organization, and the V is already there, then you are blessed. Because you can get all your people and plug them into the V system in that market. Like Dubai, we have leaders meetings run by our BDMs, we have general training, we have general training, we have business presentations, or London for example, or India, or Sri Lanka, all right, all these countries have a running system right now. Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, most of the Middle East, Central Asia. So if you develop that market, you can plug in your person to that market. Very simple. All right, that's how it's supposed to be done. You plug in your person into an existing V system, but you still have to go there. Because whoever is helping your downlines are not the upline. You are the upline. Right now, you may also belong to an organization, all right, your upline organization, like the Titans, all right, Gen Gold, North Star, okay, Aspirations, all right, Faith, Great Esteem. You got a lot of organizations, Success Vision, Like Minds. You got a lot of organizations around the world, okay, which will provide Knights, another organization, which will provide you international support, all right, which you can plug into if your organization has that. If your organization does not have that, or you don't belong to an organization, then you use the V as your support line wherever they are. But ultimately, my advice to you is not easy building an international market. And building an international market is not for the purpose of getting UV. You know, it's not like go and cut down all the trees and get your UV and run and let the market die. Because that leaves a bad image of QuestNet in the market, and it makes it difficult for you to come back or other people to come back and network. So don't spoil the market for others. If you are planning to sustain an international market, make sure you are willing to give the commitment of time, the commitment of effort, activity, and the commitment financially to support that market. All right? Now, the key factor to me in supporting international markets, because I support the world. Our organization, the V, supports 4 million IRs in 192 countries. So we are truly global and international. And we use our website, which you can create your own to sustain, so international people can log on to get updated what's happening all around the world. I heavily rely on SMS, all right, to communicate. I am constantly on conference calls with various groups around the world, all right, and that's what my day is, from the time I wake up till I go to sleep. Because I know that if I leave that market alone too long, it will die. Until I've developed strong enough leaders. And even if I have strong leaders, I still have to visit that market once every 2-3 months to charge up that leader. He's not Superman. He has his challenges, right? But if you realize, wherever you are sitting watching this video, when an international upline comes into your country, or me, the good-looking Malaysian, comes into your country, do you realize that immediately the whole activity level, the whole excitement level, the whole energy of that market rises? And I have proven this many times. Whichever country the V lands, or your uplines come, immediately everyone gets switched on. Oh, Pathman is from Malaysia, let's meet him. Oh, Arun from India is here. Oh, Arun from US is here. Alright, okay, Sati is here. Last Eric is here. Okay, let's all go meet him. Dr. Motas is coming, go. Mahindra Kumar, oh, let's go. Alright, think about it. Alright, Donna is coming, V partner, unbelievable. Alright, and immediately it creates a strong energy in that market. Just because one foreigner, upline, landed in the country. And most of the time I land in the country, I just have coffee, talk to some leaders, do a training, 3-4 days and I leave. But the energy we pump in, supporting an international market, sustains it for 2-3 months. So it's very crucial that if you are thinking of becoming a global networker and not only focus in your locality or your local market, then you must be prepared. It's crucial to have systems. Alright? What system are they going to use in Botswana or Pakistan or Iceland? What system? Are they doing weekly meetings or a meeting every 2 weeks? Right? Do they have all the CDs from V Studios? Right? Because CDs, to me, training CDs, are so powerful. Because I can train my people in Botswana without me being there. I'm saying Botswana so many times, I think it's going to be a huge market. Alright? I just keep sending CDs. Just the other day I was sitting down and Kalai was shipping some CDs to her team in another country. They get the CDs, they all watch, they gather, they get educated. They get the knowledge required to build a network. Now also you have to look at the financial aspect. It's not cheap to build an international market. And I always have this theory. If you cannot make money where you are born and where you grew up in networking, high possibility you won't be able to make money in a different country. Right? Like Dato Vijay, my mentor, always tells me, Pathman, if you can't build a business in your own backyard, why would you want to go and build it in another country? So my success was in Malaysia. Alright? And after that, I went international. So wherever you are staying watching this video, build your local market strong first and then go international. But if somewhere along the line, you have a brother, a best friend, somewhere international who cannot wait, who's excited, who's switched on, who wants to build this international country or different country, then follow a proper system. Make sure you're willing to support them consistently. Not go there, set them on fire and never go back. That's irresponsible. So the V this year and next year is very focused on making sure that all our international markets are sustainable with proper systems, proper support, proper V events. Alright, so when we do a V tour or V world tour, we're just doing right now V educate tour. We try to reach every small country, every big country to make sure that the people are exposed to their grand upline, the V. Right, so my message to you today is, if you're going to go global, be serious about it. If you're going to go global, be a professional networker. Support that market. Have systems in place. Go there every 30 days, no excuses. Communicate daily, email, SMS. Once every 3 days, get on the phone with that leadership. And if you land in that country, focus on the leaders first before you do your business presentations. Alright? Because once your leadership in that country is strong, right, the network will guarantee to grow. I guarantee you. The key is getting that leadership strong. That's your focus. They will spread out and build a network in that country. Right? Make sure that the network has enough knowledge, enough tools from the V, right, for them to use and build. So this is my short message on how you build an international market responsibly and how important communication is when you're building and sustaining an international market. So guys, this business is a great opportunity. Start local and then go global. That's my message to you. Thank you very much. The V.